Healing Circle 6. It is a great day on this beautiful Thursday morning, and we have some snow that's coming down here in Vermont. So today at, excuse me, I'm just adjusting my chair. Today at about 10:28, I'll put everybody, we'll take a commercial break, and I will bring on Blog Talk. So I'm going to take out my cards. I had them packed up because I was away on a trip, and it was a really great trip. It was nice to go away, as it always is, and I went down to help out a friend who needed some nurturing, loving nursing care. A really good friend, only because she had a tooth pulled. So I just wanted to let you know it wasn't anything that was serious. But anyway, so we're shuffling the cards, and I am inviting the Ascended Masters. I am inviting the Archangels. I am inviting the angels, the divine angels. I am inviting the grandmothers of the four directions. And I'm allowing the Mother Mary to give us the perfect card for today's show. I think it's kind of cool to do this, so I'm glad that the divine had me start doing this each week. And I like it. I hope you like it too. And then shortly after we go on Blog Talk, we will be doing the water blessing. So anybody who wants to participate in that. I do know that we are talking about love today and self-worth. I also know that we're talking about letting it all go and staying in that moment, regardless of what's going on. So many of us get stressed out and just let the energy build, and really what that does is it takes us out of our divine grace. It takes us out of our Christ self. And what are we all working for? You know, owning our Christ self so that we can be more at peace, more healthier, more joyful, and manifest and create. All right, so I'm asking Mother Mary, as I shuffle these cards, are we ready, Mother Mary, to pick a top card yet? And she's saying no, so it must be somewhere in the middle here. So I hope you're all having a great morning. And anybody who is struggling that's listening to this, oh, we're ready. Just know that the more that you allow yourself to struggle, the more it will snowball. So, Mother Mary, are we ready to draw the top card? Yes, we are. All right, here we go. So the type that, oh, I love this card. I absolutely love this card. You're going to love this card. So this card is called Gratitude. And actually, I was posting a little bit this morning on gratitude. I posted on the wall that I'm really grateful for my lessons, whether they're painful or minor. I'm always grateful for my lessons. Why, you might say? Why would someone be grateful if they're going through a painful experience or a dysfunctional experience with another human being? Well, that teaches you to remember to stay in your presence and learn from it whatever it is that you need to learn, whether it is to walk away from that person or whether or not it's something that is being shown for you to heal personally. So let's read what this says. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts, which is exactly what I was just saying without reading the card. Love how that works. So anyway, I don't know if you're laughing with me, but see, I have learned to laugh a lot, and I giggle a lot, and it's really funny because when I type the word giggle, I also giggle. So this is my Medicine Bear drum, and let's just ask the grandmothers what their song is going to be about, so that anybody who wants to participate with their free will can say yes or no. And if I haven't said this before, all you have to do is say yes or no inside your mind, in your thinking mind, yes or no, and that the drum will give you the healing effect. So I was in meditation before the show started, and first, let's start with this. First, I was told by Mother Mary to grab one of my acorns. And acorns are perfect reminders to remind us to stand strong no matter what the weather, no matter how hard the wind is blowing. And what I mean by that is, regardless of what is going on in your life, whatever the struggles are, whatever the friend hassle is, the family stuff, the work stuff, it doesn't matter. Stand strong like an acorn, because an acorn is really amazing. It goes with the flow. Wherever it lands, regardless of how it lands, whether it's like this, whether it lands like this, it doesn't matter, because it still will grow and root in the earth very strong. So Mother Mary wanted me to remind you all that to stand strong like an acorn when things are going on in your life. I'm just looking for a safe spot to put that so it doesn't roll off the table. Whoops. Well, I'll get that later. It's not a big deal. So anyway, stand strong like an acorn. Stand strong in your truth. Don't let anyone sway you. I'm wearing pink today. Every once in a while I will wear pink because I love the color pink. To me, pink reminds me of love. And since I personally set my intentions every moment to breathe in and exhale love and to share love, I also love to wear pink. And the funny thing is that, talking about lessons here, I don't remember how many years ago, but let's say within the last 5 years, I was about to order a fleece from LL Bean, and I had a really nice soft pink one like this one, and I really liked it. And because I like pink, and like I said, it's for me personally, when I wear pink, it's to help promote love. Anyway, I allowed a friend to talk me out of getting the pink fleece. Why? Because she said to me, Jean, pink is for little girls. And so in that moment, in that time, I allowed myself to be manipulated into believing her truth, okay? So it's just funny because actually yesterday I thought about this when I was driving back from my long road trip, which was a fun road trip. I was reflecting about the color pink, and I had remembered the conversation, and I thought to myself, isn't that funny? In that moment, in that time, I allowed someone to talk me out of getting a pink fleece. Well, what I realize is first of all, if they make pink in adult sizes, then pink can be worn by adults. But secondly, the most important lesson that I learned out of that conversation was this person had an issue with that color pink. And for a while, I allowed myself to own her issue. And, you know, that I would hold up my acorn again, but it kind of rolled underneath my laptop fan thing here, so I can't get it. But you know what I mean, that acorn. So it was a great lesson reminder for me yesterday, because it also reminded me how much I have grown personally in not letting people influence me by their fears or their stuff, any of their stuff, you know. And I love this person dearly, and if she happens to listen to this, she's going to know who I'm talking about. But I'm being respectful, and I'm not mentioning her name. So anyway, are the grandmothers ready? Oh, I guess I better tell you what the grandmothers are going to be drumming about. Well, what was that card again? Gratitude. Okay, gratitude for the lessons that we receive. So I'm asking the grandmothers now what the subject is exactly, so that I can share that with you. The drumming will be about releasing resistance that holds you into the belief system of another human being that prevents you from standing strong, grounded in the earth like an acorn. I like that. So this is my medicine bear drum. Ananike no hune, ananike ho, nanye makose dani, anike, ananike na ho na, ni kiche namane. Oh, none kana michono anineke. Oh, none kacha nime. Oh, nana kana mane. Oh, namakacha ni no. Oh, noneke. Nane katania ho, nana nikachi, so many koni ke, unana kacha mine se, oh, oh, oh. Mana kacha nina kano ha temena, ucho kana mana he nata kote re, uko no semena iko sekanma. Together we will bond as one heart, one soul, one soul. Anana koche he no de. Oh no, koche na ho. Oh no, neneke ho. Oh no, neke cha oh hey. Oh no, neneke cha ho. Oh no, neneke ho. na neke jo na neke na ho ne na neke na ho ne. Na neke je ho na neke na ho ne. Na na kana he na ho na ye. No neke ne ho ne no neke ja. And so it will be, and so it is done. And just in case any of you went out there time traveling, let's bring you back. We want you fully grounded in your body. Grounded with Mother Earth. Wow, that was pretty powerful, huh? It was powerful on my end, too. I love when the grandmothers want to channel through. And that little piece on the end was Chief Crazy Horse. So the first part was the grandma healing. And then the last part was Chief Crazy Horse. Thank you, grandmothers. Thank you, Chief Crazy Horse. So anyone who's listening and would like to call in after 10:30, you can call in at 347-989-8446. So here we are, and we'll get our water ready. In about, let's see, it's about 10:18 right now. In about another 9 minutes, we'll take a nice little break, and that will give everyone a chance to do a bathroom break if that's what you need, or to get your water ready. And if you have your water bottle, when we begin, please take the cap off. So, I love when I chant the grandmothers and the chiefs. It's pretty exciting. So anyway, let's go back to gratitude. So from what I understand, last week started a lot of planetary shifting. And I'm not going to go into astrology because it's really not my thing. And excuse me. But what I do know is that there's a lot of planets that are influencing a lot of people, and probably everybody, to wake up and come out of their stuff, their stress. I had someone just before I came on here live write me and say, Jean, I'm really stressed out. So when you're feeling really stressed out, it's because you have allowed your power to, excuse me, go away. I'm just going to take a drink from all that chanting. When we allow ourselves to get stressed out or upset, excuse me, we have given away our power, our personal power. So, excuse me, if I have not told you this before, I will share this now, and I know I have personally with people, but when this happens, stop and focus on your breathing. I know sometimes it's really hard depending on the situation, especially when you have a whole bunch of people coming at you, especially if it's family stuff, but or time pressured stuff. Breathe in your power. So in case anybody needs to reposition themselves in a space of impairment, let's quickly do that now. Well, not quickly, but let's do that. Breathe in all the power that you gave away to anyone or that was taken from you because of a stressful situation. Breathe in your power. Exhale into your Earth Star. And remember, your Earth Star is 10 inches below your feet. Breathe in all your power and exhale into your feet. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your root chakra. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your sacral. I'm beginning to channel the divine Christ. Breathe in your power. Exhale into your sacral. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your navel. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your solar plexus. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your heart chakra. Allow it to fill and expand through all 7 hearts. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your throat. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into the center of your head, affecting your 3rd and 4th eyes, your pituitary and pineal gland. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your crown chakra. Breathe in all the power you gave away. Exhale into your Ba chakra, 10 inches above your head. Breathe in all your power. Exhale into your monad, 2 feet above your head. So many times we allow circumstances, situations, and people to take us out of our power. If someone is in your presence or on the phone or over the computer with you, and they're having a stressful experience, you can remind them to breathe in your power. You can allow yourself permission to not own their stressful energy. And it doesn't mean that you don't care about them. It just means that you love them enough to love yourself also. And that might sound a little confusing, but if you stop and think about it, if someone is in a stressful situation regarding the circumstances, if they allow other people to pull them into their stress and their fears, then we are agreeing to own that fear, first of all. And secondly, if we choose to want to be of service to them in some way, we're not really able to clearly, I'm just going to move my phone here, we're not really clearly able to fully be present if we choose to help them, because we've allowed ourselves to match their fear. And when that happens, try and step back if you can. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Try and step back and consciously think, wow, okay, I have a stressful situation going on. I just shared it with this person. This person's fear and baggage is coming up, which is now causing me more stress. So I need to either A, not share this kind of stuff with this person until they are in a stronger space, or take it as a lesson and learning that this person with this experience is showing you that fear is not the answer, or stress. How many people get stressed out, especially when they're on the road? And I just came off of a road trip yesterday. How many people get stressed out on the road when people don't use their blinkers, when people ride the tail of your bumper, because maybe you're going, or if you're on the interstate, maybe you're already going 5 miles over the speed limit, but they want you to go faster. One of my friends, and I won't mention their name, recently while I was away, thanked me for helping them stay calm while there was a person riding their bumper. And it's really not nice when people do that, but my response was, okay, because I looked in the rear view mirror, in the side mirror, because I was in the passenger seat, and I said, that car behind us needs a grounding cord on its axle. So I'm going to leave you while you think about that, and we're going to take a quick commercial break while everybody gets their water, and I call into Blog Talk. So I hope you hang in here with us. And welcome back. And we'll be going live here in just a few seconds. So I'm just going to be silent for a moment, so that way as the sound comes on, because they do a countdown, it doesn't interfere with what I'm saying. So we got about 12 seconds.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. I do that every week. I forget to pause. Good morning, Blog Talk listeners. Thank you for joining us. And we are with Blog Talk. We are with Google Plus and YouTube. And anyone who is listening to us on Blog Talk, If you would like to hear the whole hour of the show, you can go to my website at www.geneofdivinehealing.com, and you can click on appearances, and you can choose to listen through Blog Talk, Google Plus or YouTube. That's if you would like to do that. And they are recorded. So even though we're live right now, it's recorded, as so is Blog Talk. So what we're talking about today, Blog Talk listeners, is gratitude. And we're talking about being in strength, standing our ground, rooted with the earth. And I gave the example of an acorn, because an acorn is very strong. And regardless of where the wind blows it, it still stands strong and roots with the earth. So it's a perfect example for us as human beings to remember that. And if it helps you to remember, get yourself an acorn. The last time I was at the St. Anne Shrine on the Isle of Lamont, which is in the middle of Lake Champlain here, that borders Vermont, New York State, and Canada, I just started picking them all up. I started picking up a whole bunch of them and filling my pockets. So on my altar in my room, I have a big bowl of acorns. And for me personally doing that, it was the divine really wanting me to stand strong and rooted in my present self, regardless of which way the wind blows. And when I say that, I mean regardless of what's going on in my life. Now, are there times when we can slip? Yes. Even I can slip once in a while if I'm on overload. Yesterday, I drove almost 9 hours. I had hardly had any sleep the night before. I had a great trip on the way home. And then I got slept in circumstances that, because of being tired and driving so long, knocked me off my balance a little bit, and I stepped out of my grace. So I can own that because, I'm a human being just like you, and I'm not any more divinely special than anybody else is. I make human mistakes just like the rest of us. The difference, or only I can speak for myself, is that I practice and work very diligently at pulling myself back into that centered space. So anyway, we're talking about lessons and how we should be grateful for them. So, like I said, here's a perfect example. There was a bunch of things that occurred just before, like probably about a half hour before I arrived at home, that took me off kilter. And what I realized once I got home, unloaded my car, and started to settle in after making a few phone calls that had a tribute to knocking me off a kilter here, I realized that there were lessons here. I had a very perfect lesson this morning with a person. And the lesson this morning, though, did not take me out of kilter, because yesterday I had learned so many lessons within the first half hour of being back home that I was exhausted. And one thing I learned about that I'll share with you is that when we allow ourselves to become ungrounded in our true divine selves, it is exhausting. So, and that didn't help, right? Not if it makes you tired. When people get angry, don't you feel exhausted when you're done being angry? I know that in the past, when I would allow myself to get really angry, that it would be exhausting. I know there's a lot of people out there also that are working on their stuff, and they're reading various books to help them, which is really great because there's a lot of books out there that are amazing. And I'm reading an amazing book right now. And if I get permission from the divine to share it with you, then I will. Not that it's a secret, but just so that we don't take away from the purpose of today's show. Humanity is coming to a place of learning who their truth is. We are all Christ beings. We all have that Christ heart. And anybody who knows any of the teachings of Jesus will remember that in the New Testament, Jesus talks about how we are all gifted, we are all powerful, we are all manifestors, we are all channelers, that we can do what Jesus can do and more. And you know that statement, I'm not sure exactly where it is, but in somewhere in there, it says, and this is said by God, that if you have faith, I think Jesus might have said it too, but if you have faith in yourself and what you're doing, you can move mountains. So, but actually what it says is if you have enough faith, just enough faith as the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. So can you imagine if you have that little faith and trust in your life and where you're going, where you're being guided, that, and you allow yourself to be in that divine truth and trust, infinite trust, then think of how huge that mustard seed would grow and help you move that mountain and get over that hurdle that's in your life, that's happening, whether it's family stuff, work stuff, friends stuff, decisions on what to do with your personal life. So I have somebody that's on hold here, and I'm not sure if they were holding because they're listening or they're holding because they want to call in. So I'm going to open that line and check in with them so that I can be respectful for them in case they were calling in. Oops. Oh, I guess they're just listening. Okay, that's fine because I pressed the button. And, oh. Hello, good morning, caller. Hi. I'm just going to turn up the volume of my phone here. May I ask your first name?
My name is Karen.
Oh, hi, Karen. Are you Karen that called in like a week or so ago, too?
No.
Oh, you're a new Karen. Well, hi, welcome.
Thank you. I just found myself on, and I'm just loving everything you're saying so far.
Oh, thank you. Did you want me to put you on live here like I did, or did you want to just be on hold and listen?
Well, are you wanting people to call in? Are you just not sure because I've never been on your show before?
Oh, well, I always welcome callers. Sometimes people will call in to make a comment about what we're talking about, or maybe they have a question. So maybe I should just stop for a second and repeat the number so people know it. Area code 347-989-8446. So Karen, what we're talking about is gratitude for all the lessons that we learn and standing strong like an acorn regardless of how the situation is blowing us.
That's beautiful. Because in every acorn is the oak tree. And that was a beautiful reminder that if we can remind ourselves that in that little acorn, we still have a lifetime to allow that tree to grow in our lives and all the experiences that create that beautiful oak tree.
Yes, and that was really beautiful what you just said, Karen. Thank you. And also, it, you know, if somebody, like sometimes I'll carry one in my pocket. Actually, I have one that I carry in my medicine bag so that if I ever need to be reminded, I have it physically with me. Because as you know,
That's beautiful.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, it's interesting because just in the last little while, I noticed in one of the Dutch stores, I'm up in Canada, they had sterling silver acorn jewelry, and I could not figure out why. And then when I looked up acorn and realized exactly what it was, these are gifts that you give children, and you can wear these with the knowledge that every child is born as an acorn. I mean, it is magnificent of becoming the great oak tree, which takes every opportunity, every rainy day, every storm, every beautiful sunny day to create that beautiful, magnificent. And we have on our property an abundance of acorn trees.
Karen, thank you for sharing that. That's really cool. I love that. And I love that the designer thought to do that for children as a reminder. Because as you know, if a parent buys one of those silver acorns for their child or another child, it's also reminding that adult.
Oh, that's true, isn't it? It's beautiful. I know. So it was interesting to hear you talk about that this morning, because I thought that, yeah, that is so magnificent. That is a beautiful reminder. And if you're wearing it as a piece of jewelry or finding it, it just inspired me in the spring to pick up those acorns and, as an artist, do something with them.
That is a great idea. You're an artist. Awesome. Well, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, because I don't remember if it was before Blog Talk came on or what, but I was on the Isle of Lamont. Since you're in Canada, do you know where I'm talking about? The St. Anne Shrine?
No. I heard you say that, and I was trying to figure out where that was. It sounds like somewhere I want to visit.
Yes. Are you more Montreal side?
No, we're around the Toronto side.
Okay, I'm not sure how far away that would be. I'd have to look at a map. But I know a lot of Canadians travel down to the shrine. I happen to live an hour and a half away from it, and I island hop 5 islands to get to it, but it's so worth it, Karen. If you ever come down into Vermont, please check it out, because there are acorn trees everywhere.
So beautiful.
It is beautiful.
If I ever come down that way, I'll look you up, and I'll bring you an acorn piece of jewelry.
Oh, that would be really sweet. Thank you. Or I would even come and meet you there at the shrine. I would.
That would be nice.
Yeah, then we could hug in person. I love to hug.
I love your energy. It's very healing, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I do. I channel the Ascended Masters, and earlier on the show, I was channeling the grandmothers of the 4 directions, and then Chief Crazy Horse came in and he did some chanting. So if you wanted to check out the beginning of the show, because it technically starts from at 10 o'clock, well, 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay.
And it's on Google Plus and YouTube.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah. So there are some people right now who are on Google Plus and YouTube who can physically see me, but then they're also hearing the blog talk part.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I love the work with the Ascended Masters, and something I'm feeling very drawn to and led, which is what's Sean about your show.
Ah, well, thank you. That's nice to hear that, because you know, it's nice to know that people are being drawn in when they see the words ascended masters, because some people, depending on where they're at, will run the other way, you know?
Exactly. You know, it's funny how we get those little, I call them God winks, where, you know, it stands out and you think, oh, I feel led this way this morning, because I always pray in every morning that the lessons I need to learn will come forth for me today. And there you were.
Well, Karen, that is an awesome prayer / mantra that you do and open yourself up to, because as you know, that could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. We could be.
I work in a business where I'm in a warehouse and I'm selling, and it's not really in alignment with my soul's purpose. So I need each and every day to ask God to show me who it is I'm supposed to see, hear, talk to. I just pray to be there, and I pray to be open, because when you're open, it's amazing what comes through. And I do that with my, you know, on how to learn, because there's so many, I would call it a smorgasbord of teachers and messages, but, you know, it's really important, I think, to ask God to direct us divinely to where we're supposed to go, because we can, well, I'm one of those, I can go down a rabbit hole and I could go anywhere and everywhere.
Yes, yes, and Karen.
So you're right, it's like what's great for one may be different for another.
Yes, yeah, and I love that you do that. Are you also aware that when we pray with the words that we've already received, it amplifies it?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yes.
So that's your gratitude, that's what you're saying.
Yes. So you might, if I may suggest, you might want to think about changing your words a little bit. Instead of saying, show me who I need to learn from, or what my lesson, who I'll learn a lesson from today, what you can say is, thank you for the people that came into my life today that taught me those lessons. Thank you. It helped me grow so much.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
I will do that. That's very cool. Well, and that's funny, because that makes me realize that, yeah, and a lot of things that when you're looking, it means you don't have, right?
Exactly.
So, being grateful, it already is.
Exactly. That's perfectly well put, Karen, because as you know, so many people, when they pray, normally or usually they pray in a desperate situation. You know, most people do. God, I really need this job. God, I really need to talk to this person. God, I really need this to happen in my life. God, I really need my house to sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we pray like that, we're telling God that we are lacking. So when we change the words to thank you, God, or thank you, Creator, you know, everybody chooses it to refer to God differently. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, God, for this amazing, these amazing people that came in and bought my house. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Creator God, for this job. It's perfect. The perfect hours, the perfect pay. I love the people I'm working with. As if it's already happened.
I'm laughing because I think it's amazing when you say it like that, because it's true. You know, we tend to focus on what we don't have instead of being grateful and acting as if we do have.
Exactly. And that's what I have been learning. And it's like, that makes so much sense. But listen, I have to interrupt you for one moment, Karen. I also do change the cells of water, and I just realized that I forgot to do that. So if you would like to participate, get yourself a glass of water, bottle of water, and just take the top off so that the water is exposed. And anybody else who's out there, get your water ready because we're going to do it. And Karen, since you're new at my shows, I'll explain. Probably about 4 years ago, John the Baptist came to me and suggested that I start putting my hands over water to make A, blessing water for blessing people, and B, water for people to drink. So when my hands are over the water, the divine is flowing through me. And what is happening is first the cells of the water get purified. And then it gets filled with God creator cells, Christ conscious cells, and blessings. So now the divine knows exactly what each individual needs. So everybody's water is going to be different. So if I made water for you yes, I love that too. And if, like making water for you today, Karen, if I made water again for you tomorrow, it might taste different.
Okay.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And everybody who's new to this also, you will feel the effects from 0 to 5 minutes, okay? So I'm putting my water now.
All right.
And right now we're purifying the cells. And now we're filling the cells. And it's ready to drink. Some people will notice a difference in the taste. I did some water a couple of days ago when I was away on my road trip, and they used regular tap water. And they said that the taste had changed into like as if it was spring water.
That is so amazing. Yeah, it's funny. I have well water, and it tasted very clear compared to what it usually tastes, which is usually clear, but I didn't think that was possible to have it taste clear.
Thank you, Karen, for that feedback, for all our listeners to hear that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, because it's a validation from coming from another human being and just not from me, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm very grateful. That's very beautiful.
Well, I'm really grateful that you called in, Karen. Divine timing, huh? Do you believe in divine timing?
Absolutely. I live by it.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. It's what gets you through the day, you know, and it's just those beautiful little God winks that reminds you, like,
Yes.
I'm caught up in the chaos of life, and I just have to stop and breathe and remember that when we're aware and we pay attention and we follow where we're led, that's when we get our answers.
Yes. And do you notice too, Karen, that when you allow yourself to be in that space, so many blessings come?
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. On a day-to-day basis, I end up in the business I'm in, and you have no idea about 3 or 4 people a day that come to me and this is a situation that this is common, that have had people, our loved ones, pass away. Mm-hmm. They come to my desk, and I'm the one that ends up holding their hand and praying for them and blessing them, and it's not in a difficult situation. And I always turn to my coworkers and go, what was that? That was number 3 today.
That is an amazing gift that you're giving people, Karen. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's just being open to know that that's the gift he's giving me. And I'm very blessed to have it.
Well, that's just one of many.
Well, it's knowing and listening to, and just trying to, not trying, but paying attention to where, even if we're in situations where we think we can't share our gift in every moment is to love, and that can be anywhere. That can be sitting in the doctor's office, it can be at a job, it can be sitting in a hockey game, it can be anywhere where you get that moment where, if in that moment all you have to do is just share a smile, that's sharing love. And that brings us back down to knowing that it's all going to be okay.
Yes. And Karen, are you aware, you must be, well, I don't want to assume, so I will ask you. Are you aware that when a person does transform out of their physical body, that technically they're still existing?
Yes, I do believe that. And that they're with us, right?
Yes.
I love believing in that because it makes, I have a lot of people on the other side. So it gives me comfort to know they're still with me.
Well, yes, and that helps a lot of people when they can come to that place of accepting that. Because, like, my mom, when my mom was alive, she would see her brothers and sisters. And she would say to me, why can't I see my mother, right, if I can see my brothers and sisters? And so I went into meditation and asked my grandmother why my mother couldn't see her. And she said, because for my mother, it would be too painful emotionally.
Oh.
Yes. So
well, that's interesting because the same thing when my mom and my husband passed, they have come to me in my dream, and my husband's sister especially, and my sisters were upset with me, in the sense of why did she come to me, or why did he come to me, and why they didn't go to them. And the only answer I could think of was that they were so deep in their density and their grief and their pain that they couldn't get through to speak to them.
Exactly, Karen.
And I was sure.
Yes, yes. Plus, it would have, because of them still being in that deep grief, it would have sent them deeper. Does that make sense?
90. That's a good. Wow.
Karen, I gotta let you go because I'm sorry, Karen. I gotta let you go because I gotta close out the show.
No problem.
But
what a blessing. Thank you for sharing this space with me.
Oh, thank you for calling in. I'm so grateful that you are a person that listens to your divine guidance.
Well, I'm grateful I was led to you today. Thank you for being the blessing of my day.
And thank you for blessing me. And I hope you listen in again and check us out. But I'm going to put you on hold because I've got less than a minute to wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Bye. Wow, I'm so grateful Karen called in. That's so cool. Thank you, Karen. Anyway, I got to wrap this up quick. You can find me here every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Clicking in onto Blog Talk, joining us at 10:30 to 11. You can find me also at www.geneofdivinehealing.com. I do healings over the phone, over Skype, and in person. And I also go to holistic places and do classes. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Namaste, many blessings. God bless you. Aho. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for joining us, Google Plus and YouTube listeners. God bless you all. And don't forget to stand strong and blow with the flow as an acorn. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.